Group Home Riches, the study course and quick start guide. And today we're going to be diving into seeing the massive opportunities. This is a part of the essentials for running a successful group home, but it really is a bonus because we really want you guys to understand how important it is that you get started as soon as possible. So why does this matter? There's a huge opportunity right now that many people are not paying attention to. I'm going to show you a graph in a couple of slides that's really going to point this out for you. But there is a massive opportunity to make money in this group home business. But again, is also a massive opportunity to help a lot of people that are going to need that help. So, we're going through this because it's going to explain to you why the time to get started and to really understand this business is right now. It's not waiting. It's getting started now. And those not financially prepared will need help. And we're seeing this already. There's a huge wave of people who live their whole lives working their fingers to the bone, day in and day out, but they've never been able to save. They've never been able to build up enough to really last. And the life expectancy here in the United States, it has grown, and that means people are living longer, which means they need even more money saved up. And it's just stressing people. It's not working out the way a lot of people planned. So here's some of the key mistakes now. Thinking you have time. A lot of people, they've wanted to start a group home for a long time now. This is the time to start your group home. This is the time to get rolling in and make sure that you are putting yourself in a position to succeed. Another mistake is not preparing yourself financially for being a senior citizen. This is like kind of ironic because what we're going to do is we're actually going to talk about that senior citizen group home market. But the reality is, if we live long, that means all of us have the potential to be a senior citizen. So the question is, are you prepared? Have you done everything that you need to do to live a long life and to be able to take care of your family while doing that? A lot of people haven't, and starting now is a great way to make up for some past mistakes. And then another mistake is for the people who already are running group homes is not getting into the senior living. It does come with a little bit more work because they need a little bit more care, but it still can be extremely lucrative. So this was that chart that I was talking about. Now just look at that. This is the amount of people who are becoming 65. And when you look at, okay, all of a sudden we get to 2001 and bang, it just spikes up. Then you look at 2011, bang, it just jumps up because all those baby boomers are starting to turn 65. They're starting to get older now. This is a huge trend, and you got to catch that wave. This is going to continue on for a little bit now. All these people who are turning 65 and are just not financially prepared to live until they're 90 years old, 100 years old, or 80 years old even a lot of times. They don't have enough money to do that. And they're going to need somewhere to live that is going to allow them to save money and not spend as much. So what does this mean for you? You see this graph that's spiking up. What does it mean? It means that those financially prepared, like I said, they're going to need your help. And here's why they're going to need help. Because if they're living in a senior care facility, like a top-notch one, and they're paying, $4,000 a month, and they realize, you know what? At this rate, it doesn't look like I'm going to die anytime soon. I'm going to need to save a little bit more money. They're going to be looking for a group home. Bam. You better have that one ready in your community to help those people out. And, the problem with the development for this now is, it's not going to happen fast enough, which means that there's a huge opportunity for homes to be turned into these facilities. And really, the U.S. government, the system itself is going to need people to help, which means that you're not even going to have to charge these people for all the money. A lot of it is going to end up coming from the government, and we'll get into that a little bit more. So with the government dole, you have disability checks that people are going to be applying for, and they're going to be getting, and a lot of these can get paid directly to you. You have SSDI, you have SSIs, it's the supplemental income help, and both of those can help people to pay for this group home living situation that they're in. And really what it means for you is more money in your pocket, and it's money that you're not even going to have to fight to get because it's coming from the government. But there's two sides to the coin. And here's what you got to understand. Will you be the one that is broke and living in a group home because you didn't start your group home and you didn't start making passive income? Or will you be the one who starts investing today and making a passive income? The choice is yours. But now is the time to decide. Because before you know it, you're going to be at the age where you should be retiring, and you're going to look at your bank and say, wow, I didn't do enough. And then what? And the reason why it produces higher profits is because there's not a lot that you got to do. There are some renovation costs. You got to do grab bars. You got to do fire safety. You got to do specific furniture that senior citizens that senior citizens can use. You know, each state regulates this, so you have to really get involved with your state and find out what they expect. You got to go through some classroom training in some states to make sure you're good to go, and you also have to apply for your license. So there are more barriers to going the senior citizen route than there are with other group homes, and usually somewhere, depending on who you have living in your home. They can require more employees in order to manage them. But the difference is you can charge a lot more per bed, especially if you're putting each person in their own room, because a lot of these senior care facilities charge a lot of money per month for people to live in those facilities. So you can still charge, when you're used to making $500, $600 per bed, you can bring that to more like $2,000, $3,000 per bed to help them save money from a lot of these facilities that are costing ridiculous amounts of money. I can't even say ridiculous amounts of money, but they're costing a lot of money. They're costing a lot more than what you're going to charge for them to live in a group home. And, if they cut their expenses from $4,000 to $2,000, that doubles how long their money could potentially last. So you're doing a huge service to a lot of these people. So again, think about it. Are you going to be the one that is broke, or are you going to be the one that invests and helps other people? It's your choice.